Good evening, all. So, as you all know, we were discussing about various type of changes that happens in our families. So, we read about Nazli's family. What happened in Nazli's family? Nazli's cousin brother got married, and Nazli's sister-in-law started to live with Nazli's family. So, today we will discuss more about marriages and we will discuss about a very important topic, which is child marriage. Okay, so what is child marriage? Child marriage, as you can understand by the term itself, that child marriage is an act in which the young children at the small age get married. Okay, sometimes the age of the girl is usually less and she is married to an adult man. So what happens in child marriage? Very young children they get married. Yes. Okay. So is child marriage legal? No, child marriages are prevented by government. As per the government law, the age to get married for girls is 18 years and for boys it is 21 years. Okay. Against child marriage, government has also passed the Child Marriage Restraint Act, whose objective is to stop child marriage. Okay, so now we know about child marriage and how child marriage is prevented by the government because it is not good for our health and society. Okay, so now let's move on to the exercise. We have already done this. So today I'm going to give you an activity. You have to talk to three old people, one from your family, one from your friend's family, and one from a family in your neighborhood. Okay, you have to talk to your grandmother or grandfather, and you have to talk to your friend's grandmother or friend's grandfather and another older person from your neighborhood. Okay, and then you will fill their answers in the table. Okay, so you'll have to ask them a few questions and you'll have to record, you have to write their responses in the given table. All right, so first question you're going to ask is, since how many years has your family been staying here? You will ask them since about the time period that their family has been staying here. Okay, for example, if your grandfather is living here for 20 years, so you will write 20 here. Okay, and if your friend's grandmother or grandfather says he's living here for 30 years or 15 years, so you will write 30 years. Similarly, your neighbor's grandfather's reaction would be recorded here. Okay. So let's move on to second question, which is, where did your family live before coming here? Where did your family live before coming here? If your grandfather says your family used to live in, for example, let's say Delhi. So you will write Delhi here. Okay. Similarly, the responses from your friend's grandfather and your neighbor's grandfather would be recorded here. Okay. Then the third question, which is, how many members are there in your family today? Okay, so you will ask your grandfather or grandmother that how many members are there in your family today. For example, if five members are there in your family today, so you will write five here. Similarly, the responses of your friend's grandfather and neighbor's grandfather or grandmother. Okay, now let's move on to our first question, which was how many members were there in your family 10 years ago? For example, if your family had 7 or 3 members, for say 4 members 10 years ago. Okay, then suppose you or your younger brother or your younger sister was born, and the number of family members increased to 5. So you will write the reaction here. Okay. Similarly, you will fill this place, this place with your friends, grandparents' reactions, and here you will write your neighbors' families' reactions, neighbors' grandfathers or grandmothers' reaction. Okay. So what were the reasons for the changes in your family in the last 10 years? So you will mention the reasons for the changes in your family in last 10 years. For example, a new baby was born in your family, or someone got married and left your family, or someone got married and came into your family, or similarly, some other reasons you would mention here. Okay. Similarly, for your friends, grandparents, and your neighborhoods, families, reasons for the changes in their family would be recorded here. Now, you will ask your dadaji, dadiji, or grandparent about how do they feel about all these changes. Okay, whether they are happy, they are sad, or whatever their reason would be, whatever their feelings would be, you would mention here. Okay, and now last question is, what problems do you face with changes in technology? What problems do you face with changes in technology? Now you will ask your grandparents whether they face any changes with the changing technology, because our grandparents are old and they have problems or issues with the changing technologies. They cannot understand the technology well, so you will have to ask them if they have any problems with the changes in technology. Okay, and you will record their answers here. So you have 1 week to collect this data, and then you will submit your notebooks. Okay, you have 1 week to talk to your grandparents and talk to your family friends' grandparents or your neighborhood families, older people. Okay, so this is your weekly activity. This is all for today. Thank you all, and we will meet soon.